this one. That is, here in this problem, I start by doing this. I tell about parallelograms. If you take any parallelogram, you can find out the area of it as their base length is 1 units and the perpendicular height is also 1 units. You can find it out area of parallelogram as base times of perpendicular height. Here the base is 1 units and perpendicular height is also 1 units. It is 1 times of 1 which is 1, so it is 1 square units. Let's take another one parallelogram. In this parallelogram, base length is 1 units, but the perpendicular height is 2 units. Here also you can find out areas base times of perpendicular height. So you're going to get this is the base length 1 units times of this is the perpendicular height 2 units. 1 times of 2 is 2 square units. Let's take one more parallelogram. In this parallelogram, they have given base is 1 units and the perpendicular height is 3 units. You need to find out what's the area. Area here also base times of perpendicular height. Here the base is 1 unit, perpendicular height 3 units. It is 1 times of 3 which is 3. 3 square units is the area of this parallelogram. Let's take one more, and in this parallelogram they have given the base length as equal to 1 units and the perpendicular height as 4 units. You need to find out now for it is 5 units. You need to find what's the area. Area of parallelogram is base times of perpendicular height. That is, here the base is 1 units times of this perpendicular height is 5 units. So it is 1 times of 5 which remains as 5 square units. Let's take another one of this. In this parallelogram, they have given base as 1 units and the perpendicular height as 7 units. Find out what's the area. Area you can find it out as base times of perpendicular height. Here the base is 1 units times of the perpendicular height is 7 units. 1 times of 7 is 7, so it is 7 square units is the area of this parallelogram. Let's take one more parallelogram. Here they have given base as 2 units and the perpendicular height as 2 units. Here also you need to find out what's the area. Area of parallelogram here also base times of perpendicular height. Here the base is 2 units times of perpendicular height which is also 2 units. 2 times of 2 is 4, so it is 4 square units is the area of this parallelogram. Let's take one more parallelogram. In this parallelogram, they have given the base is 2 units and the perpendicular height is 3 units. Here also you need to find out what's the area. Area of parallelogram is yes, Jainim Karole Baba. Yes, hi, I am nice. Here area is base times of perpendicular height. Here you can find out this is the base which is 2 units times of this is the perpendicular height which is 3 units. 2 times of 3 is 6, so 6 square units is the area of this parallelogram. Let's take one more, and here they have given base as 2 units and the perpendicular height is equal to 5 units. Here also you need to find out what's the area of parallelogram. You can find I am from Karnataka state. Area you can find it out from this one base times of perpendicular height. This base is 2 units times of this is perpendicular height which is 5 units. 2 times of 5 is 10, so it is 10 square units. And Let's take one more parallelogram. In this parallelogram, yes, hi, Nashizek, and here they have given the base as 2 units and the perpendicular height is 7 units. Here also find out what's the area. Area is base times of perpendicular height. Here the base is 2 units times of perpendicular height, which is 7 units. 2 times of 7 is 14, so it is 14 square units. I do last problem of parallelogram. Here in this parallelogram, they have given the base as 2 units and the perpendicular height as 10 units. You need to find out the area. Here also the same thing. Area is base times of perpendicular height. Here the base is 2 units times of the perpendicular height, which is 10 units. 2 times of 10, which is 20. So it is 20 square units is the area of this parallelogram. Now I tell about new picture, that is rhombus. I tell what actually rhombus is. If you take this rhombus, you can find it out. Daily subs high. In rhombus, all four sides going to be equal. All four sides, let us take as 1 units. So it's easy to find out the perimeter of rhombus. Perimeter of rhombus means 4 times of side length. Can you explain by? Yes, I explain after this problem. Rhombus, you can find out the perimeter of rhombus as 4 times of this side length, that is 4 times of 1 means 4. So 4 units is the perimeter of this rhombus. I continue this. I explain about pi now. Pi means you can take it out. If you take any circle, in any circle, the diameter means line which passes through the center, and the this complete circumference length of the circle always have a same ratio. If you take small circle, little bit bigger, more bigger, or even if you take the largest circle, the ratio between this one, the diameter and the circumference of circle, always remains the same, and this ratio they tell it as pi. Actual value of pi no one found it out. It is comes to millions of digits, that is 3.14159, like this it keeps on continuous after millions and millions of digits. But here for our calculation we take pi as equal to 22 by 7, 22 by 7, or we use it as 3.14. Here 3.14 means you can do it like this. That is, if you take any circle, in this circle they are giving now us taking the circle as they give radius as 1 units. Radius is 1 units means they ask for finding out what's the area and what's the perimeter. Perimeter you can find it out as 2 pi r. 2 pi r means you must substitute your 2 times of 22 by 7 times of this radius, which is 1 units. So 2 times of 22, which becomes 44. 44 by 7 units is the this one. What is perimeter, or it is also known as circumference. You can take 3.14 also instead of here. 2 times of 3.14 times of 1, but since decimals long calculation happens, it is good to take 22 by 7. And the ask given for area. Area means here you can find it out as pi r square. Here pi r square means 22 by 7 times of radius. Here radius is 1, so it is 1 square. 1 square is 1 times of 1, which becomes 1. So it becomes 22 by 7 square units. Let's take one more circle like that. If you take one more circle, you can take one more circle here, and here you going to get it as like this one. In this circle they are giving out radius as 2 units. Now you need to find out what is area and what's the perimeter. Okay, practice some more problems, some 3-4 problems. Here area you can do it out as pi r square. This pi r square means 22 by 7 times of 2 square. This 2 square is 2 times of 2, 4. So it is 22 by 7 times of 4. 4 times of 22 becomes 88 by 7. I, and now this becomes area, and this is the perimeter. Perimeter is 2 pi r. That means 2 times of 22 by 7 times of 2, which becomes 4 times of 22. Again this remains as 88 by 7 square units. Let's continue with this one, that is rhombus. In this rhombus, if you take, no, I am doing without face. In this rhombus they are telling that all sides are equal to 2 units. Here you need to find out the perimeter. Perimeter is easy, 4 times of side length, that is 4 times of, this is side length which is 2 units, 4 times of 2 is 8, 8 units is the perimeter. If you take one more rhombus, here they ask for the perimeter. Here all sides are 3 units. Here you can find out in the same way. Perimeter is 4 times of side length, that is, yes, thanks, 4 times of 3, 4 times of 3 is 12, so it is 12 units is the perimeter. Now let's take one more rhombus. In this rhombus they have given all sides as 5 units. When all sides are 5 units, you can take, yes, other is watch, keep on watching, others also watch. This is one is, here perimeter is 4 times of the side length, that is 4 times of 5. This 4 times of 5 becomes 20, and this becomes 20 units. And another one, a rhombus, here they have given all sides as 7 units. Here also you can find out what's the perimeter. This perimeter is 4 times of side length, that is 4 times of 7, which is 28 units. So the 28 units is the perimeter. And ask if any topic you like, I explain that. Now I tell about how to find out area when you can find the rhombus is given. If you take this rhombus, they give for area this one, that is, here they have given this side length, one of the diagonal as 1 units and another diagonal equal to 2 units. Now area of rhombus you can find it out like this, that is, area of rhombus as half times of a diagonal 1 times of diagonal 2. That means half times of diagonal 1, which is this one, that is 1 units, times of, this is diagonal 2, which is 2 units. You can divide here 2 1 times, 2 1 times, so this becomes 1 square units. And if you take another one, here another rhombus. In this rhombus you can take this diagonal. They have given one diagonal as 1 units and another diagonal as 3 units. You must find out what's the area. You can here also, it is same thing. Area is half times of diagonal 1 times of diagonal 2, that is half times of, this is diagonal 1, which is, why dude, yes, thanks, why telling stop, that is, this one is diagonal 1, and this is diagonal 2, 2, that is 3. Diagonal 1 is 1 units and diagonal 2 is 3 units, so half times of 1 times of 3, it becomes 3 by 2, this 3 by 2, so 3 by 2 square units. And now you can, and I start by doing this. uh, take this one. Yes, I remove him. He's creating problems. Report. Remove. Yes, he removed. Yes, now let's start this problem. Here another rhombus they have given. In this rhombus they are giving out this diagonal as 1 units and another diagonal as 5 units. Here also they ask for and here they are asking what's the area, and the area is half times of diagonal 1 times of diagonal 2, and here also half times of this is diagonal 1 which is 1 units times of diagonal 2 which is 5 units. And now in the same way you cannot divide 2 and 5. 1 times of 5 it becomes 5, and the denominator 2 5 by 2 square units. Let's take another one problem. Here they give this diagonal as 1 units and this diagonal as 7 units, and you're going to get here what's the area. Here also the same thing, area is half times of diagonal 1 times of diagonal 2. Here you're going to find it as half times of this is diagonal 1 1 units times of this is diagonal 2 which is 7 units. You cannot divide, you're going to get it as 7 by 2 square units. Now I tell about another one. Here I tell about kite. Kite is another picture. The normal kite you fly in the air, this one, and like this. But this is another kite, that is the in this kite which is also one of the polygons, one of the geometry pictures. Here these two sides remains the same and these two sides remains the same. These two sides are equal and these two sides going to be equal. So now you can find out the perimeter of this kite as 2 times of the non-equal sides. You cannot add these two sides or these two sides. Different sides you must add. 1 plus 3. So you're going to get it as 2 times of 1 plus 3 is 4. 2 times of 4 means it becomes 8 units. You can take another kite. In this kite also it's the same thing. They are giving this side as 2, this side as 5, so this side equal to this one, so it also become 2, and this side is equal to this one, so this side is also becomes 5. Now you can find out what's the perimeter as 2 times of those non-equal sides, that is 2 plus 5. 2 plus 5 is 7, so 2 times of 7 which becomes 14. 14 units is the perimeter. And now I take another one kite. Here in this kite they have given that this side length is 3 units and this side is 7 units. This is equal to this one, this is also 3 units, and this side equal to this one, so this is also 7 units. Perimeter is 2 times of those non-equal sides you must add. 3 plus 7. 3 plus 7 is 10. 2 times of 10 which becomes 20. 20 units is here the perimeter. Let's take one more like that. Here they are giving this side as 5 and this another side as 8. Now also same thing, here 5 means here also 5 units, and here 8 means this side is also 8 units. You can find out perimeter as 2 times of take non-equal sides. 5 plus 8. 5 plus 8 means it becomes 13. 2 times of 13 which becomes 26. 26 units is the perimeter here. And let's take the final one. Here in this final one you can take it as this side is 5 units and this is 15. So find out what's the perimeter. Here also this is equal to this 5 units and this equal to this 15 units. Perimeter is 2 times of that non-equal sides. 5 plus 15. 5 plus 15 is 20. 2 times of 20 makes it 40 units. 40 units is the perimeter. Now you can find out the area of the kite. Area of the kite can be found like this. If you take this kite, then one diagonal they give us 2 units, another diagonal they give us 7 units. Now you can find by the same formula as rhombus, that is area is half times of diagonal 1 times of diagonal 2, that is half times of this one is diagonal 1 2 units times of this diagonal 2, which is 7 units. You can divide 2 1 times to denominator and numerator. 1 times of 7 is 7 square units. And you can take another kite. In this kite also they give this one diagonal as equal to this 2 units and another diagonal as 5 units. You need to find out what's the area of this kite. You can find out area with same formula, half times of diagonal 1 times of diagonal 2, that is half times of this is diagonal 1 2 units times of this is diagonal 2 5 units. You can divide denominator and numerator. 2 1 times 2 1 times 1 times of 5, which becomes 5 square units. And let's take another rhombus, another kite. In this kite they have given this one diagonal which is equal to this 2 units and another diagonal which is equal to 10 units. Here also find out what's the area. You can find out area of this kite as half times of diagonal 1 times of diagonal 2. Here also half times of this is diagonal 1, which is 2 units times of this is diagonal 2, which is 10 units. You're going to get it as you can divide 2 1 times 2 1 times 1 times of 10, which becomes 10 square units. Let's take another one kite. In this kite they have given this diagonal is 3 units and another diagonal which is 6 units. Now find out what's the area. Here also same thing. Area is half times of diagonal 1 times of diagonal 2. So it is half times of this is one diagonal which is 3 units times of this is another diagonal which is 6 units. You can divide this 2 1 times 2 3 times 6. 3 times of 3 is 9 square units. And let's take another kite. In this kite they are giving out this side length is 4 units and this diagonal 4 units and another diagonal as 8 units. Here also you need to find out what's the area, and area is here the same thing, half times of diagonal 1 times of diagonal 2, that is half times of this is diagonal 1 which is 4 units times of this is diagonal 2 which is 8 units. You can divide here 2 1 times 2 4 times 4 times of 4, which becomes 16. 16 square units is the area of this rhombus. And I start to do new problems here. Here another one picture which is kite rhombus parallelogram, and this one is known as the trapezium. In this trapezium it is little bit more complex, and this one is here one side the two parallel sides they are giving 1 units 3 units and the perpendicular height as 2 units. You need to find out what's the area. Area of this parallelogram is half times of the sum of parallel sides, this side and this side sum, which is 1 plus 3 times of the perpendicular height, which is 2 units. 1 plus 3 is 4, so it becomes half times of 4 times of 2. You can divide denominator and numerator. 2 1 times 2 1 times and multiply. 4 times of 1 is 4. 4 square units. Let's take one more trapezium. In this trapezium, they are giving above side is 2 units, this side is 5 units, and the perpendicular height which going to become 6 units. Now find out what's the area. Here area is same half times of sum of parallel sides. This is one parallel side 2 units, another parallel side 5 units. Their sum is 2 plus 5 times of this perpendicular height which is 6 units. 2 plus 5 becomes 7. So it is half times of 7 times of 6 units. You can divide it 2 1 times, 2 3 times. 7 times of 3 which is 21 square units. Let's take one more trapezium. In this trapezium they are giving out this one, that is one of the side is 1 units, another side is 10 units, and the perpendicular height is 2 units. You can find out what's the area they are asking. Area is half times of sum of parallel sides. This one side, another one side sum 1 plus 10 times of the perpendicular height which is 2 units. You can divide denominator and numerator. 2 1 times, 2 1 times, 1 plus 10 becomes 11. 11 square units. Let's take one more trapezium. And in this trapezium, they are asking for this one, that is like this. And here they are asking this side length is 3 units and this side length is 6 units. The perpendicular height they are giving out as 2 units. Find out what's the area. Area of this trapezium is half times of the sum of parallel sides. This is one parallel side 3 units, plus this is another parallel side 6 units, times of the perpendicular height which is 2 units. You can divide 2 1 times, 2 1 times. 3 plus 6 is 9, so 9 square units. And let's take one more trapezium. In this trapezium they are giving it out as, here this one is 2 units, this is 5 units, and the perpendicular height becomes 10 units. Now find out what's the area. Area of this trapezium is half times of sum of parallel side. This is one parallel side 2 units, this is another parallel side 5 units, times of this is perpendicular height which is 10 units. You're going to get 2 1 times, 2 5 times. 2 plus 5 is 7. So it is 7 times of 5. 7 times of 5 is 35. 35 square units is the area of this trapezium. I take another one now. Here all pictures I told from beginning. Now I take about triangle. One problem of this triangle. The base length they have given is 3 units and the perpendicular height is 2 units. They are asking for what's the area. Area of a triangle is half times of base times of perpendicular height. That is half times of this is the base which is 3 units times of this is the perpendicular height which is 2 units. You can divide denominator and numerator. 2 1 times, 2 1 times. 3 times of 1 which is 3 square units. I tell another one triangle. Here I tell about equilateral triangle. In this equilateral triangle they are giving all sides are equal to 3 units. Now you need to find out what's the area. Area of equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 times of a square. Here a is the same side length 3 units, so it's going to become root 3 by 4 times of 3 square. 3 square means 3 times of 3 which is 9 units, so it is root 3 by 4 times of 9. 9 times of root 3 is 9 root 3 by 4 square units. Let's take one more picture. Here they are giving the square. In square you need to find out area and perimeter both of them. Here they are giving all sides as just 1 units. Here you need to find out what's the area and what's the perimeter. You can find out areas a square, that is a is side length 1 unit. 1 square means it is 1 times of 1, which becomes 1, so it is 1 square units. And the perimeter is 4 times of the side length, so it is 4 times of side length 1. 4 times of 1 is 4 units, that's the perimeter. And they are giving this time a rectangle. In this rectangle, one side is 2 units, another side is 3 units. So you can find out what's the area, what's the perimeter. This side length is 2 units, opposite to this is also 2 units. This side is 3 units, opposite to this is also 3 units. Area of this rectangle is length times of breadth, that is this is length, which is 2 units, times of this is breadth, which is 3 units. 2 times of 3 is 6, 6 square units. And I take the perimeter. Perimeter is 2 times of length plus breadth, that is 2 times of this is length, which is 2 units, this is breadth, which is 3 units, so it is 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 becomes 5. 2 times of 5, which is 10 units. 10 units is the perimeter. Now I take about another one. Here I take this one, that is parallelogram. In parallelogram, they are giving bases 3 units and the perpendicular height is 5 units. Find out what's the area. Area of parallelogram is base times of perpendicular height. That is, this is the base, which is 3 units, times of this is perpendicular height, which is 5 units. 3 times of 5 is 15, so it is 15 square units. I take one more picture. Here I take this one, that is rhombus. In rhombus, all four sides going to be equal, but for area you need just two diagonals. This one diagonal they are giving 2 units, and another diagonal they are giving out as 5 units. You need to find out what's the area. Area of this rhombus is half times of diagonal 1 times of diagonal 2. So it is half times of this is diagonal 1, 2 units, times of diagonal 2, which is 5 units. You can divide denominator to numerator. 2 1 times, 2 1 times, 1 times of 5, which becomes 5 square units. And you can take another one, that is a kite. And in this kite they are tasking for this was one diagonal, which is equal to 3 units, and another diagonal they are giving us 7 units. Now also you need to find out area. In kite this is completely different than this, but the formula for area is same, half times of diagonal 1 times of diagonal 2. That is half times of this is diagonal 1, 3 units, times of this is diagonal 2, which is 7 units. 3 times of 7 is 21. You cannot divide this below. 2 remains 21 by 2. In kite, only these two sides are equal and these two sides are equal, but in rhombus, all four sides going to be equal. I take the final one. In this final one, they are giving this one, that is trapezium. In trapezium, this side is 2 units, this side is 5 units, and the perpendicular height of this is 6 units. You need to find out what's the area. Area is equal to this one half times of this is one parallel side 2 units, another parallel side 5 units. Their sum is 2 plus 5 times of this is perpendicular height, which is 6 units, and you're going to get 2 plus 5 as 7, that is half times of 7 times of 6, and you're going to get 2 1 times, 2 3 times, 3 times of 7, which becomes 21. 21 square units is the area of this trapezium. So I told about all of that, that is triangle, equilateral triangle, square, rectangle, and this one is rhombus, and this is kite, this is parallelogram, and this is trapezium. I keep on continuing more and more in next live streams, and at last I tell about this circle. Circle, you need to find out area, means they are giving radius as 5 units, means area of this circle is pi r square. Pi means you can take just values 22 by 7 times of this radius, which is 5, 5 square. 5 square is 5 times of 5, which becomes 25. So this is 22 by 7 times of 25. 25 times of 20 is 500. 25 times of 250. 550 by 7. 550 by 7 square units. Bye. I continue in next sessions.